So what is one stock, not a penny stock and not a pump and dump, that offers a little bit over a 20% ROI? What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions, and I'm actually sharing this stock because it was shared with me during our LPP live trading session. So I trade live every single morning, and one of our members asked me what I thought about this stock. I thought I would share it with you guys. And again, if you ever want to tune on into my live trading sessions, it breaks down just to $1 a day with the current sale we have going on. And it is only a one-time payment. If you guys want access to it, it's the second link in the description down below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about Adobe. Again, Adobe is not a company that, offers 1,000% ROI. It's not something that is brand new or crypto or AI focused. But overall, it does have a history of being quite bullish. It has peaked and kind of struggled from the peak of 2021. It sold off to lows of 272. And then in 2024, it recovered to highs of 634. So almost to previous all-time highs. And we've kind of just been consolidating here. If you look at it on the day chart, it has a previous support of right around 440, 450 per share, and a previous resistance of 560 to 580 per share. Again, patterns tend to repeat themselves. They don't always have to, but let me talk about the good and the bad. So obviously the good is that it's sold off. And if you're not invested like myself, you could potentially buy into it if you think that it's a good dip buy opportunity and make money as it recovers. Based off of the current price level, if we're able to buy into the dip because it meets our criteria, and if it ends up recovering to the previous resistance that it had, it offers about a 20% ROI. In my opinion, that is absolutely great, right? A 20% ROI is huge, especially when you're not dealing with a pump and dump or a penny stock or an overhyped up stock. Again, it does have its history of a lower support, so it could continue to sell off, and it does have a history of, previous higher highs. So it could continue to uptrend. But I thought that, again, we can talk about a stock that has recently pulled on back and the reason why. So this company actually reported earnings, and it actually beat expectation when it comes down to what it actually reported, but its guidance was off. I've said this many, many times. So when a company reports earnings, it reports earnings normally 4 times throughout the year. These are quarterly earning reports. For any company that's publicly traded, they have to do this. There's expectations that pretty much Wall Street has for these companies, and it's not just for revenue and it's not just for earnings per share, but also it's guidance. Guidance means of what's to come. So a quarterly earning report is what the company has already produced in the previous quarter, right? So we want to make sure that it's doing well. But we also want to make sure that its projections for the up and coming quarters are also better or as good as expected. That's where guidance comes in. And in my opinion, I've said this many times before, especially to all of our LPP students, that I believe guidance is often more important to a stock's performance than the actual earning report. I've seen many stocks miss earning reports, but their guidance is good for up and coming quarters, and the stock does exceptionally well. I've seen many stocks report better than expected earnings, just like Adobe, but its guidance is a little bit lower than what was expected, and the stock sells off. So what exactly did it report? So its sales were up 11.1% year over year to $5.6 billion. If you're not invested into this company, you probably really don't care. But why did it sell off? So pretty much for the next quarter, its revenue guidance was $5.66 billion, which simply was, to put it in very simple words, was less impressive. So again, they wanted a higher expectation for the up and coming quarter for Adobe, and they had lower guidance. I mean, it's literally that simple. For those that do not know, Tesla stock, when it reported earnings, you might not believe it because of how it's performing, but when it reported earnings right before it began to take off, it actually had lower than expected guidance. Tesla stock was actually selling off right before it began to skyrocket because it joined and it was a part of the Trump administration. But fundamentally, Tesla itself, the stock, it didn't have good guidance for 2025, at least not according to Wall Street analysts. But because it's running off of the hype of him being part of the Trump administration, then obviously that kind of goes out the window and all the hype starts getting factored in. Obviously, for every other company, they have to actually work with what they're given, and that's their own guidance and actual performance. So again, guidance was lower than what was expected. Everything else came out pretty. And again, please feel free to do your own due diligence. But everything came out just fine. If you look at the overall performance on how this company has been doing, I would say that based off of previous patterns, in my opinion, this would be a stock that I would consider watching at these oversold levels. You obviously don't need to buy it because we don't know if it's going to continue to sell off. As of right now, it's obviously still actively selling off. It is showing signs of a potential support at 450, but it could be way too early to tell. We have had previous supports right around of lows of 430, so I would not be in a rush to buy this. But I think it's a stock worth paying attention to because of its previous performance and because of its recovery potential. If, again, this is how it normally works. Once the news of its guidance begins to fade, and once it begins to show signs of a support, just like we've seen in the past before, it should naturally begin to uptick if there's enough demand in those levels. And that is what it's called, waiting for confirmation. So you can't predict the future. Let's not pretend like we can. The whole point is that you identify these oversold support levels or overbought resistance levels. They're key points of where you're paying attention to potentially buy. But obviously for myself, I'm not going to want to buy this if it's not indicating any signs of a recovery. I don't need to buy the stock at the lowest price point. Shoot, I will buy it at 470, 480 per share. The only time that I actually want to buy it is when my criteria is met though. So it could sell off to lows of 430. But once and if it begins to indicate signs of a recovery and actually shows signs that it's actually recovering, not that I'm hoping for it, but that it actually is, then at that point I have confirmation of a reversal. And then based off previous patterns, it has the potential to return back to that resistance. So that's where I can buy into the dip, add more to it if direction becomes favorable, and then lock in profits at overbought levels or where I see to be fit, where there's lack of progress on the upside. It's a very simple setup based off of previous patterns of an old support and an old resistance. And now we just wait for confirmation. If you're part of the LPP group, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the 3 stages of a reversal. There's the rejection, consolidation, and then the confirmation stage. Confirmation is super crucial when it comes down to stocks like this, so you don't buy in too early and then end up having to cut losses because all it does is continue to sell off. Again, this is why I'm thinking that Adobe is a good stock to watch, maybe not necessarily a good stock to buy just yet because it's not indicating signs of a recovery. And again, you can add it to your watch list, you can set appropriate alerts, and then once you see that it's actually indicating signs of recovery, you can follow up with it and ask yourself, is this a stock that I want to buy into to potentially ride back to previous highs? But again, it's not a super fancy stock. It's not a crazy 1000% ROI, AI, crypto-based company. It's Adobe. A lot of you guys are very familiar with the stock, and I just thought that I would take some time and share a stock that was shared with me that I thought offered a healthy return and based off of previous patterns and a good history, a stock potentially worth watching. You guys let me know down in the comment section what you think. I'd love to make more videos like this, and all I ask you to do is drop a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, do not forget, if you want to watch me trade live as soon as Monday, it's a one-time payment, lifetime access. It breaks down just to $1 a day, literally. And again, it's the second link in the description down below if you want to join with the current sale we have going on. I appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.